4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Hello again, everyone. Live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee, Flow Sports proudly presents the Gulf South Conference Tournament. Tonight, the women's quarterfinals as Union University, the number 2 seed, takes on Delta State, number 7. Lady Bulldogs 28-2 during the regular season, losing twice to Valdosta State. 22-2 within the conference. They're winners of 6 straight. Delta State 14-14. They were an even 500, 12-12 during the season. They won the season finale against West Georgia on Saturday, 64-42. And Mark Campbell's team defeated Tracy Stewart Lang's Statesman twice during the season, 106-70 down at Delta in November and 91-52 on their home floor in January. It is one of those that now it's advance and survive, and for Delta State, it's a must-win to be able to continue on in the postseason. For Union, it is, you don't want to go out in the first round, but if you had some kind of upset situation, it could jeopardize their ability to go into the Division II South Regionals. But tonight, we're all set for it, and we hope you will join us right here on Flow Sports, and we'll be back with the national anthem and the introduction of the starting lineups right after these important messages. And here come the starters for Delta State. There's A.J. McCandless. And finally, Sissick. And as well, Grace Watson. She is, at this point, their leading scorer, averaging 9 a game. And here come the Lady Bulldogs. They remain in the top 10 nationally. And here comes Shanique Lucas. This will be her final appearance on this court. Jazzy Ann Houston, the graduate transfer. Macy Lee, who was just named with Shanique Lucas to the All-Gulf South Conference first team. Courtney Zinson. And the freshman, Olivia Lee. And there you have it. As we say, when March Madness comes along, this is it. And it indeed is, as these two teams who have met each other for the last 10 years. And one need not think back beyond a year ago tonight when on this floor, Union needed a steal with 3 seconds left by Shanique Lucas to preserve a very narrow victory, and the Lady Bulldogs went on to win the Gulf South Conference tournament. Coach Mark Campbell, he's been down these wars since 1999 when he took over this program, and one of the most respected coaches at any level of basketball. Down at the far left, just leaving her seat, was Tracy Stewart Lang, the excellent head coach. She had a tremendous run at Lyon College in Arkansas, and she has been leading this Delta State team in an excellent way. And now here we go. Tournament time, let the games begin, and it is. The ladies in green, the Lady Statesmen, and their big key tonight is going to be trying to keep this game in the 60s. That's a tall order against a Union University team that averages 93 points a game. They put 110 on Shorter on Saturday, and behind the defenders and overshooting, but the offensive rebound for Grace Watson, and Delta State is on the board first. The other big key is trying to get those offensive rebounds, and on the drive, the foul. And that one is on A.J. McCandless. That's the first foul of the game. Jazzy Van Heusen to toss it in. Zinson had a screen, but she thought better of taking the shot. But instead it goes to the other side, and not there for Olivia Lee. The Union team sometimes in first quarter play has a difficulty being able to get cranked up, particularly from outside. Jumper, short. And grabbing that rebound is Olivia Lee. What you have also is Union going to the full court press. There's the long bomb. That's there. Courtney Zinson with the first 3 of the game. Union averaging 34% from behind the line, but they put up a bundle of threes. That all-court pressure is designed to keep, and the big 3 for Van Cannon. So she has her first 3 of the game and trying to answer it. Yes, sir. Macy Lee with 3. She averages 12 a game, and Mark Campbell already has his next 5 set to come into the game. They don't look on it as a second team because they get about as much playing time as the starters. And the Delta team just needs to stay with their game plan and their fundamentals. Curl, left-hand layup, Watson, who's done such a tremendous job for the Lady Statesmen in the second half of this season. Van Heusen thought about it. And that one goes right. If Delta can catch Union on a night in which the threes are not dropping, this could be a very interesting game. Delta will, again, be more deliberate than Union, but they'll try to get as we've seen a couple of times, try to get a post player behind the defenders. And they got the screen, they've got the three, and they connect. Chizik. And Delta out to the 10-6 lead. Union has precision passing, although they take dangerous cross-court passes, and the three is there for the all-conference performer, Shanique Lucas. And they've got 4 defenders across midcourt. And sometimes they have to heave a desperation pass to do it, and trying to go right down through the defender and the turnover. That's the first one of the game. Union averages forcing 33 turnovers a game. Open for the three. No, that one's short. But the offensive board to Ann Houston. And the three, that time, perfectly navigated by Courtney Zinson. And here goes the full court pressure once again. It also takes its toll physically, stamina-wise, against a team like Delta State, because you have to do that so strongly and face that intense pressure. A high one goes off the wrong side of the glass, but Union does not capture the rebound, and the three is there. Van Cannon now with 6, and this has been a battle of threes so far. That one's short, but Union with the offensive board, and look at the give and go. It doesn't drop, but going to the line for 2 will be Lee. And this one will be Macy. And checking in for Delta State, Jenny Higginbotham. And also coming in, Alicia Wilson. And Mark Campbell gets his subs in with the exception of Lee. In and out. She was robbed on that one. Macy on the season is a 68% free throw shooter, got the second one. And we're all deadlocked at 13, just under 6 minutes remaining. And this next 5, as we call them, they continue the same pressure, and a lot of them are outstanding defensive players. And that was a little bump foul. That's on Leah Cauble, her first. And that's how you beat it. And not able to get it underneath was Wilson. Trying to go for the home run down underneath, and a little bit of trouble with that. What a block. Excellent block by Hill. Now for the bomb. Lauren West, iron unkind, but they're going to have a third opportunity at the basket. Cauble and Morrison both are excellent ball handlers. They're down to 7 on the shot clock. Fall away. And that little left hook. The floater goes through for Emma Callis for her first basket. She had a brilliant night. And there's a steal right there. Just snatched it right out of their hands, and Callis with 2 straight baskets. Her game is peaking right here at tournament time. And once again, traveling is called. My once again was the fact that they got a player behind the defenders, but right now we're going to take a break. Union will have it when we come back, leading by 4. Delta State has, for many, many years, been a powerhouse in the Gulf South Conference. And I well remember a tremendous battle they had with a former member, Arkansas Tech, for the conference championship way back in the early part of the 2010s. And the school just has a huge following, and Tracy Lang, we just believe that she is going to continue and build this program and rebuild it to a point where they will be a contender every single year. And to toss it in, Brooke Hampel, she and Callis combined for 28 points against Lee University last Thursday night in the penultimate. Look at that move. Just leaving the defender, and Hampel with her first basket. And that's off the turnover. They once again tried to get a home run pass and right through everybody and drawing the foul. Excellent aggressiveness toward the basket by Hill. So McKenzie will go to the line for 2. And the foul was called on Shiley Morrison of Union. This one is looking like it could be an upper 20s. And what a bounce she got off of that one. The young lady from Hazel Green, Alabama. And she definitely does not want this to be her final appearance in a Delta State uniform. And checking in for the Lady Statesman, it's Chelsea Hamilton. Big drive, and they had the screen. Now they've got it again. And Morrison gets it. She got what we call the Plinko drop, just like you'd see on that game on The Price is Right. Delta's done a good job, but overshoots the pass, trying to get it to Grace Watson inside. And here comes another big 5 for Union. And most of these are the starters. Lady Bulldogs it's been an amazing season with their scoring prowess. They were close to 100 points a game in the first half of the season. It's tailed off a bit as defenses have worked harder, but there you go from the corner again. The senior, Shanique Lucas. Actually, she's a graduate student now. Almost a steal, and it goes to Union. They say it's last off of the hands of Hamilton. It's always good to see the Delta State folks here in Jackson, Tennessee. They bring a nice contingent, and a lot of them are parents, and we're always glad to have them here. Look at that dish off. Oh, my, that was a case of about one too many passes. And it appeared that Keely Robinson was just not expecting what she received. So Union commits its first turnover of the game. They've already forced 5 on Delta State and have picked up 10 points off those mistakes. Almost a steal again. And it is. And that's the lady who's the queen of steals for Union University. Sheer confidence no matter where she is on the floor. Here they go inside to Robinson. Now they're down to 10 on the shot clock. Going for the bomb. Nope. Too far right, and good move on the part of Wilson to let it trail out of bounds. So Union will keep 4 players up front. They got to hurry to get that one in. And there's a steal. Here you go. And Houston, and down the stretch she goes. It's blocked. But Union cannot keep control. Nice interception on the part of Higginbotham. They continue that intense pressure, but that time Delta came away with a good one. They're going to give that one to Union. Turnover number 8 for the Lady Statesmen. And you may wonder, how did Valdosta State beat this team twice during the regular season? One, because they are good. Oh, they're scary good. But they also managed to navigate their way around Union's press. And the nice floater, very softly by Ann Houston for her first basket. Glad to have you aboard, Steve Beverly, on Flow Sports tonight and the Flow Sports app. We'll tell you a little bit more what's going to happen with the men's telecast this evening, wherever they may be. Big bomb 3. Looked like the range was there. There's a collision, and it is going to go back to the Lady Statesman. Just pocket change, less than 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. And there you go, almost another steal, and it goes back to Delta State. Jazzy Ann Houston checks out. And to toss it in is Hamilton. Now, look at the double teaming of the ball. Now, they had the left wing open there for a minute, but just could not get the passes over there. They're down to 8 on the shot clock, so it's going to have to happen fast. They go to the inside. Fall-away jumper is not there. It did hit the iron, so this is going to be a scramble. Alternate possession will go to Union with a minute and a half to go. So far, Van Cannon with her 2 threes is the leader for Delta State with 6. And the same on the opposite side, Shanique Lucas and Courtney Zinson. And so far, 7 Lady Bulldogs and 4 Lady Statesmen have scored. And fans were screaming at it. And that was a case of just not being attentive as to who was cutting where, and that pass had no authority on it whatsoever. That's Union's 3rd turnover of the game, and here you go, tipped around. Quick hands of Macy Lee right into her sister's hands, and almost another turnover, but it goes back to Union. And checking in again is Leah Caldwell for Shanique Lucas. Lucas already with 2 steals tonight, and that gives her 92 for the season. And there's the drive underneath. And the short jumper, that's there. Olivia Lee with her first basket. And the pressure is all over, and they throw it away. And it's Union ball with less than a minute remaining, and checking back in, Emma Callis. So Union has already forced 9 turnovers and picked up 14 points off of them so far in the first 9 minutes of this game. The tournament winds up this weekend down in Birmingham. And the jumper, high arc, it's short, off the mark. And the rebound to Daniels. And she may try to carry this all the way. And the block. Great position underneath. So Delta will play it with 25 on the shot clock. That was tipped off the back of the iron, but they managed to retrieve it. Big bomb. No, iron unkind. So Morrison, total confidence with the ball. And from the corner, no. But it's tipped back away, and now with another opening, and the 3 is there. Leah Caldwell with her first 3 of the game. That is the 7th 3 for Union in the game. They got to hurry to get one off, and they can't. Lady Bulldogs with a big rush in the final 3 minutes to lead it 32-15 as we take our first break. And when we come back, we'll have the second 10 minutes.
Your life.
Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
And there you see some of the Union cheerleaders who always try to get enthusiasm out of the crowd. Let's look at your Flow Sports scorebook. Von Cannon, the leading scorer for Delta State with 6. She had 2 3-pointers in that first quarter for Union. Shanique Lucas and Courtney Zinson with 6 each. Both of them had 2 3-pointers, and you got 4 each for Macy Lee and Emma Callis. Balanced scoring across the board. 9 different Lady Bulldogs have contributed. And here we go with the Lady Statesmen getting first possession in the second quarter. And that's tipped away, but they managed to retrieve it. And that one was tipped from behind. Union dribbled on the end line. All of the men's tournament games will be later this evening here on the Flow Sports app. So we encourage you to check your local university websites for the exact time wherever you happen to be. West Georgia, the top seed, they are taking on Union's Bulldogs at home in Carrollton, Georgia, later this evening. Tipped. Almost stolen again, and I called traveling. They said Chiswick changed her pivot foot and slid, and that again was the kind of defense that Shanique Lucas plays. So they'll toss it in once again. And Emma Callis waiting on the official to deliver it. Union forcing 11 turnovers already in the game. And the bomb. Nope, just a little bit too much on it. Didn't have enough English. Lady Statesman catching that double team and almost stolen. And it is 10 seconds. 10-second violation, and so that is turnover number 12. Mark Campbell very calm with his team at this point. But he knows what they're capable of, and despite a 17-point lead, he does not want them to put on the brakes. And for Tracy Lang, her team, the critical thing is to continue to play strong defense and also stay with their fundamentals. And the kick goes to Lucas. You never know what she's going to do with the ball, and that's why she is so tough. 9 on the shot clock. They got to hurry. And Morrison. And it's in and out. And look at Lucas go cross court for that rebound. From the other side, no, too much on it, but a third opportunity. And the drive. And that was a case, I think, of Lauren West expecting Lucas to be where she wasn't. So that is the 5th turnover for the Lady Bulldogs. And here you go again. They finally got it back, but Jazzy Ann Houston almost came down with that one. They have not been able to get anybody successfully behind the defender since the first 2.5 minutes of this contest. Nobody scored in the first minute and a half of the second period. And a nice little floater with the bank shot. Chiswick with 5. And open again for the arcing 3. That was just too much on that one. You kind of get the idea she had too many Wheaties for breakfast. And yeah, they still do make them. And the foul is going to be on a very frustrated Lauren West. I can tell with her reaction with the basketball. Checking in for Union once again. Macy Lee and Brooke Hampel. You get to the second quarter, this is where Mark Campbell typically will start substituting 2 and 3 players rather than an entire unit. He may go back in the third quarter to a 5-girl replacement. Martina Chiswick from Poland. She's been an excellent addition to this team. Connects on both of them. So Delta State with the first 4 points of this period to cut the 17-point deficit down to 13. Here's West. Boy, thinking about that three, but again, nice inside drive and the foul. Hampel with the bounce pass from Jazzy Anusin, who is an amazing assist leader. She has 158 assists now on the season. And Brooke Hampel, transfer from UT Chattanooga, delivers that three-point play. And the margin back to 16. And that time they got him behind the defenders again, but nowhere to go for Van Cannon. The jumper is not there and scrambling, and here goes Union on the bicycle. Luca's going to try to take this one all the way. The left-hand layup. That's where the steam engine gets cranked up. Tipped away. It'll go back to the Lady Statesmen underneath their own goal with 27 on the shot clock. They have 7 seconds to get it across. And they should navigate this one easily. You have to watch out for the quick-handedness of Shanique Lucas. She has just been an intimidator all season long, as she has been for most of her career at Union. And between defenders, nice job extending the arm, and Grace Watson has 6. 9.7 rebounds a game from the corner. That was a high looping three for Macy Lee, and that gives her 7, her second three-pointer. Union 8 of 19 from behind the arc. 24 of Union's 40 points have been on three-pointers. Oh, my goodness. The offensive foul, and I can tell you nobody feels worse about that than Grace Watson. It was just simply a tumble. Union gets in some more substitutions, and Cowboy Curling, who he of the circular mop, makes his first cameo appearance in this game. The only man I know who wields a mop like he's in a curling match at the Olympics. Union again on the inside. Now they thought about the three, but that's the thing about it. Union can reconsider very, very quickly. And here goes a bomb. And Zinson has it go too far left. Underneath, had the head fake and the foul. And instead, they say it was a violation, so it goes back to the Lady Statesman. So wipe that out, no foul. They managed to go to the left wing with it. Tracy Lang really has excellent fundamentals in this team. There is so much rotation. You're just facing such a quick-handed set of defenders and couldn't get the floater to roll. Hill had a good opportunity at it, but didn't get the iron to cooperate. Zinson was open for a minute. Dangerous bounce pass. And almost stolen, but the foul is going to be, and it was, again, another one of those accidental connections, but Hill was going for the steal and commits the foul. So Anusin will check out. 9 Lady Bulldogs and 4 Delta State players have scored. And they're open in the corner for the three. And they connect as Higginbotham with her first one from long distance. Back to the 16-point margin. Zinson thought about a quick release. Lee's going to go with 4 defenders on her and the foul. Union will play it underneath. That's only the third team foul. Or did they call an offensive foul? Indeed, they did. So that is Lee's first. And we got timeout. 4:52 remaining in the first half. And Union comfortably ahead, 40-24. And here are some of the happy partisans who have made their way to David Blackstock Court tonight as Tracy Stewart-Lang continues to draw up. Both are offensive and defensive strategies. She has always been a coach that has made the most out of the talent that she has, and one of the best liked and best respected coaches in the Gulf South Conference. Union by 16, and still with 3 up front defending this time. Beautiful job with the spin move by Hill, but switching sides and hands, she couldn't get it up high enough. Dangerous bounce pass. Union has not been able to get up much in the paint tonight, but drawing the foul that time, Brooke Hempel. And that's on Hill. That'll be her first. It is a shooting foul, so Hempel, who is a graduate student, so this is her final appearance on her home floor. And she connects. 70% free throw shooter for the Lady Bulldogs. Union, a 73% shooting team. Delta State right on it at 72, so you consider that just about a wash. Nice job of dribble penetration to get it down the floor, and she lost it off her fingertips. That's one of those frustrating situations, and Hamilton, I can tell you, you can't help but get it in your head, and it's hard to get it out, but you just have to forget it and go back and play defense. Lucas is back in there, and she can throw cross-court passes with precision like I don't know that I've ever seen. And that's a foul on the drive that will be charged to Chezik. That's only her first. We have only had 10 team fouls called in this game so far. So that's one of the reasons why this contest is just zipping along. So Union spreads them out once again. And I'm not sure, that play did not go as designed, I can tell you. I don't think that Lauren West was trying to throw a lob underneath. I mean, that was one of those you better be there sail passes. And fortunately for Delta State, somebody was there. That's the foul. And it'll send Hamilton to the line for 2. Delta State 4 for 4 tonight from the line. That's the first foul on Shanique Lucas. Shiley Morrison will check out, and Jazzy Ann Houston back in. And she nails it. Chelsea is an 81% free throw shooter. She went to Salem High School in Alabama. And she's one of the promising freshmen on this Delta State team. Open for the three. Lucas just had it to rim out. And this Delta State team is continuing to fight hard despite being down by as many as 19 in this game. And wide open for the three. They couldn't catch up with them, and it didn't fall, and so West the rebound. Lucas wide open. Yes! That's her third three-pointer, and we've got timeout called. 30-second timeout. Back in a moment.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Now that was with Lucas's basket, restoring Union back to its largest lead at 19 at 45-26. A little bit more than 3 minutes and change. I'll have something more to say later tonight, but I truly want to thank all of the wonderful young crew members that we have here. They have done a splendid job all season long for Flow Sports, and they are from the Worthy Road Studios production company, and I'm very proud to be associated with them. They are a wonderful group of people as well as professionals. Open for the three. No, just robbed on that one, and again, Lucas the rebound. And the long bomb. Nope, short. Rebound off to Hill. Hill has tremendous speed up and down the floor. Whether she's trying to catch up on defense or get open. That's a double spin move and could not get it to fall was Chezik. And it's a foul on the backside. So that is the 15th foul. Nobody is in serious foul trouble on either team. Grace Watson has 2, but at this stage of the game at tournament time, you just don't worry about that. Checking back in is going to be Van Cannon. And Mark Campbell shuttles some substitutes in as well. Leah Caldwell pushed that one a bit. And she's usually a very defendable free throw shooter, 85% on the season. And she stayed around another year for a graduate year to work on her MBA, and Union is certainly happy that they did. There you go. She got him behind the defenders and could not get it, but the foul was on Keely Robinson. That is what Union has proven to be vulnerable to, and particularly in the first meeting against Valdosta State. The Lady Blazers were uncanny the number of times they managed to get a defender just scooting down the floor with Union in the all-court press. So at the line is Chezik. She's hit her 2 so far tonight. Oh, in and out. 2 out of 3. That's the first miss tonight for the Lady Statesmen. Union 5 of 7, Delta 6 of 7. And she delivers the second of 2. Union will try to go for a 2 or 3 for 1. Ann Houston, who is just one of the best traffic directors that you could ever imagine. If she was in broadcasting, she'd be great doing and that one's tipped out of bounds. She'd be great doing traffic reports in the morning, no matter what city she'd be in, because she's got so much experience directing offensive traffic on the floor. Lucas is just so poised. Of course, a lot of it's at the expense. They've got to hurry. And the turnaround and it just had the angle wrong. They'll scramble for it. Delta manages to commandeer it. McCandless has been held scoreless in this game. That's a 2. Union just tries to shake off when a basket like that, they're caught unaware. And that one right through the heart for Leah Cauble. She has 7, and that's her second three-pointer and Union's 10th of the game. And that is a collision and a bump by Keely Robinson, so that is her second foul. And both teams send in some subs. So far, we got just a minute and change left here in this second quarter, and we've played this game in 37 minutes already. Off the mark for Hill. And this is where you want to try to make whatever comeback you can when the clock is stopped. Didn't get the friendly roll, and Macy Lee the rebound. Macy with 4 boards so far tonight. There's one for Lucas, and it just bounds out. But Macy high for that offensive board. That's the 11th offensive rebound for Union tonight. That's what I'm talking about, those kind of passes that Shanique will throw. That was a 2. She just moved in, and Lauren West, her first basket, but she can move in and shoot from short range as well as long. Basket too high off the glass, and here comes Ann Houston on the bicycle. And she's going to take it all the way and can't get it. And, oh my goodness. Well, she almost got it back into her hands, and trying to fire that pass back down the floor, it hit the backside of the backboard. Something you don't see happen too often, but I think that may have been about the 3rd time this year I've seen that occur in a Gulf South Conference game. Union with a 15-14 edge in this period. And that is, it looked like a traveling violation called, and it was. So Union will probably play it for the final opportunity, 15th turnover of the game for Delta State. I said 15-14. It's been a 19-14 edge for Union. They got to hurry. And Jazzy lost it off her foot. And they put up a desperation that is going to be well short. And that winds up the first half with Union on top 51-29. And after it was 10-6, which was Delta's largest lead of the game, the Lady Bulldogs began to turn on the steam, and you're seeing what is almost a carbon copy of the first 2 meetings between these teams. Let me go to the Flow Sports scorebook very quickly. Chesak is the leader for Delta State with 8, and she also has 4 rebounds to lead the Lady Statesmen. 6 points each for Van Cannon and for Grace Watson. And 4 points for Hamilton, 3 for Higginbotham, and 2 for Hill. For Union, it is Shanique Lucas, and you'd expect in a tournament game she's going to be a dominant force. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist. 7 points each for Leah Cauble, 2 3-pointers out of that total. Leah also with 3 rebounds. Brooke Hampel with 7 points. And Macy Lee with 7 and 6 rebounds in the game, along with a couple of assists. 6 points for Courtney Zinson, and she had hers early in the game. 4 for Emma Callis, 3 for Shiley Morrison, and 2 each for Lauren West, Jazzy Ann Houston, who has had 3 assists and a steal, and 2 for Olivia Lee. So we take it to the locker room. Actually, for you, we take it to our sponsors. And Union leading at 51-29 here in this quarterfinal matchup in the Gulf South Conference Tournament. We'll take this break, and when we come back, we'll have the team statistics. So everybody, go grab you something from the refrigerator and come right back. Stay with us. Steve Beverly back with you live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee. It is the quarterfinal night of the Gulf South Conference Tournament on Flow Sports. And let's bring you the Flow Sports halftime team statistics. Union 18 of 40 in the first half, 45% from the floor. Delta State 9 of 25 for 36%. That's slightly below Delta's season average. 3-point field goals, the percentage is higher with Delta State 50 to 40, but the Lady Statesmen have had 4 3-pointers in the game. Union has had 10. And in their final regular season outing, they put up 20. Union 10 out of 25 for 40%. Delta State 4 out of 8. Free throws, almost an even wash. Delta 7 out of 10 for 70. Union 5 of 7 for 71%. And we have only had 14 fouls called in the game, and that is really a small number, particularly at tournament time. Rebounding, Union with a decided edge, 24 to 15, and a big key is for second and third chances at the basket because Union has an 11 to 4 edge in offensive rebounds. Turnovers, Union has forced 15. They have committed 9 themselves, a little bit more than Mark Campbell would like to see at the half. The Lady Bulldogs have capitalized with 14 points off those turnovers. Didn't get but a couple in the second quarter, and 5 points off turnovers for Delta State. So that gives you your rundown on your Flow Sports team halftime statistics here at the Gulf South Conference Tournament. And I do want to say one more time, on behalf of all of our crew here from Worthy Road Studios Productions that provides you these pictures here in Jackson, Tennessee on Flow Sports. They're some of the finest young people as well as excellent professionals that I've ever had a chance to work with, and I'm very proud of them. And our executive producer, Paul Schultze, is one who gets all the credit for that. He does a brilliant job in organizing these crews and getting them here to all of the contests that we've had this season. This will be our final telecast of the season of basketball because the semifinals and finals of the conference tournament, they'll be from down in Birmingham. And so I just want to say for those of you who have been with us along for the ride this season, it's been a pleasure to be with you once again here on Flow Sports. And I hope that in the off season that you'll enjoy spring sports at any of these schools because baseball has already started, softball has, and I think you'll have a big thrill going out to support the outdoor sports for all of these teams all across the Gulf South. And we are looking right now at about probably 50 seconds away from the start of the second half. So why don't we go back to the floor and enjoy it? I think it's going to be an interesting third quarter to see if Delta State can make a move to perhaps slice this 22-point lead. And it will be Union ball to begin. Lady Bulldogs had a 19, now I get my numbers here, had a 19 to 14 edge in the third period after getting off to a 32 to 15 rocket in the first period. So Olivia Lee will toss it in, the freshman. And I think we are just seconds away from being ready to go. You heard the buzzer. That means it's time to let the games continue. Ann Houston, this has been, again, the story of Union this year. 10 Lady Bulldogs have scored in the game in the first half. Turnaround move doesn't go anywhere and Lucas, she got it. That's the thing that happens with Macy Lee. If she can't make one happen, she's looking for somebody to dish off to, and they had forgotten all about Lucas over on the left wing. Shanique with 14 now, and that's going to be a little bump foul by Macy Lee. It broke up what probably would have been a relatively simple layup. So Grace Watson goes to the line. She hasn't been there tonight. 6 points in the first half. And her 9 points leads this team. In and out on the second one. And Macy Lee the rebound. And the screen. And that one pushed a little bit against the back of the iron. Watson trying to impose herself a little bit more on the boards. And they need every bit of that they can. Tipped away, and it'll be Delta State's ball with 18 on the shot clock. They have to play with much more of a sense of urgency in this third period. You can't wait until the fourth quarter and try to make a big flourish. And the foul is going to be on Lucas. That's Shanique's second. And already, barely a minute into this third period, Mark Campbell brings in just about everybody from the next county. And he's over there coaching on those sidelines like he has for all 25 years he's been at the helm here. Reach in, and it's a little bit of a delayed call, but it's going to be on Lauren West. So Lauren commits her second. And that's already 3 team fouls on Union in 69 seconds, so that may be the best ticket for Delta State, is to try to get to the free throw line as quickly as possible and try to carve up some of the deficit from, and that one was absolutely in the cylinder, and she was robbed. And to the corner they go. Quick release. Not there. But a quick rebound it is, and taking it all the way down for the layup is Lauren West. That concentration on the offensive board, and that is where Union has excelled tonight. That's the 12th offensive rebound and leads to another point. And open for the short flight jumper is not there, and the follow doesn't go. They'll have a third opportunity, and going to the line again is Watson, and that's why we said earlier that they needed her to impose her presence on offensive rebounding more, and that's indeed what she just did there. Union with 5 of the first 6 points in this third period, and she got that friendly bounce. Watson with 8, 4 rebounds to go along with that. And the junior in and out. I've said it many times, Mark Campbell loses no confidence whatsoever with this group that comes in off the bench immediately within about a minute or two in either half. 12 on the shot clock. Couldn't quite get it up high enough, but with the follow, another offensive rebound. That's Brooke Hampel, and she has 9. 13th offensive board for the Lady Bulldogs. Almost stolen. West came up there quickly trying to grab it. Nice little behind the back dribble by McCandless. They've held her scoreless in this game, but not now. She delivers her first 3 of the game. But Union by 24 and just trying to keep it steady here in the third period. And the curl is there. Another left to right move, right to left, and then raise the left hand. And Emma Callis has 6. We like to keep you abreast of how many each player has had, particularly when we get to the third quarter. Fall away. 3 is there. 2 threes in a row, and Van Cannon with her third 3 of the game. And a collision that sent 2 to the floor. One of them is Brooke Hampel, and she's okay, and I think they both are. They just had collided knees. You don't like to see that. And I think they're going to get Cowboy Curling out there to clean it up. So Mark Campbell goes ahead and swaps out another 5. Tell you, that guy, he is the most efficient that I've ever seen with a mop. You folks at home need to think about hiring him to come to your house. They have really been double and triple teaming and traveling. Jazzy took a step before she went in on the drive. So for Union, that's turnover number 10. They were on top at halftime, 51-29. Boy, look at Ann Houston in that. That's the 15th foul on Union already, barely 3.5 minutes into the period. So Delta has an opportunity to make some headway once again. And Chiswick will go to the line, 3 of 4 tonight. They'll have her back next year. And the lead is 21. And Houston always looking for the open player. They keep it on the right wing this time. Jazzy open, over the shoulder three. Iron unkind. But it's tipped right back into the hands of the Lady Bulldogs, and they save it. Keely Robinson now directing some traffic. Lucas always is aware of that clock. The drive and the layup is there. Lucas with another assist, and Keely Robinson with her first basket. Everybody who has played for Union has scored, and we have timeout. Lady Bulldogs on top, 62-39. Well, Mark Campbell is basically trying to keep his team steady and to not lose sight of the fact that you got here to this point and not trying to begin to allow your opposition to slide back in. I look over behind them. You can't see it in your camera range right there as Tracy Lang begins to do the same thing about trying to urge more intensity on her team. Brooke Hampel has been over there, and that collision of knees, she was over there riding that elliptical bicycle, and the trainer's over there just checking her out, and it looks like it may be the ankle, and they're going to retape that right now. And Mark Campbell having a friendly discussion with the official. And they've got 4 up front defending once again and double teaming wherever they possibly can. And she's going to have some help. And that is it, 10 seconds. That was just, there was not enough help that came around to assist Grace Watson in trying to get rid of that thing, as well as Chezik. So turnover number 16, the first one of this half, though, for Delta State. Robinson thought about it. She's not usually a three-point shooter, and that one way off. You could tell that. And scrambling to pick it up very quick. Robinson has some great dribble penetration. Now it's Lucas for three. No, too hard, but Ann Houston is right back on it. 15 offensive rebounds for the Lady Bulldogs, and the over-the-shoulder three is there for Ann Houston, her first of the game. It's just amazing to see, and that one's kicked, so it goes back to the Lady Statesman, and checking back in for them is Higginbotham, and coming out is Van Cannon, and we have a media timeout. So a little less than 5 minutes remaining. Union on top by 26. Tracy Lang has had some impressive outings for this team. They were very happy with their season finale, and when they defeated West Georgia 64-42, you always want to come into tournament time with some degree of momentum rather than dropping one. This one, to be candid with you, halfway through the third quarter does not look like it's going to come down to Union needing a steal at the end in order to preserve a tight game. If Union holds on with this one, the Lady Bulldogs will go to Birmingham this weekend. And on the big rush is Ann Houston. She took the bump, and she'll probably be charged with the foul. That's her second. If Delta cannot make a comeback, and when you got 15 minutes remaining, you don't want to minimize that possibility. But if Delta can not make the comeback, this will wind up their season. And this young sophomore, there's a lot of hope and promise for her with this team. She has 5 for the evening. Robinson usually not a threat for a 3. Look at that, give and go. Bounce pass to Macy Lee. She has 9. Strong man-to-man once they get across midcourt. Mark Campbell will go zone with certain opponents, but for the most part, he likes to stay with man-to-man defense. And there's another big 5 set to come back in when we have another break in the action. They tried to lob it to Watson. Tipped away by Union. So the big 5 comes back in. As many people around here refer to them, Big 5 and Big 5A. And they're going to work one-on-one, and the basket goes. 67-43, and West has been a little bit off on the three-point shooting tonight. She had 27 last weekend in the big game against Shorter. She was unbelievable. And underneath, aggressively feeling really 6 hands in her face and utterly fearless of it. And going to the free throw line is Emma Callis. Checking back in for Delta State is Alicia Wilson. And this young lady, Leah Cauble, she is a monumental free throw shooter, 85% for the season, and delivers both of them. So Union back to the 26 margin. Largest lead has been 27 when it was 58-31. And again, that full court pressure just really cuts off so many of the passing lanes for Union opponents. Wide open underneath. Good fake. Excellent job with the fake by Higginbotham. She has 7. She forced the defender to commit and did a brilliant job. And the jumper. Olivia Lee has it go off the iron. Good job navigating it down the floor by the Lady Statesman. And trying to get more of that traffic directed is Daniels. and the foul. And I'm trying to look at that. I believe he's calling that on Olivia Lee. That's her second. So Alicia Wilson, who has not scored in the game, will go. She has an 8-point average on the season, but they just have not been able to get that ball into her for a lot of offense tonight, and she curls that one in nicely. She's a 71% free throw shooter herself. And gets the friendly bounce. So we're under 3 minutes to go here in the third period. That turnaround was blocked beautifully by Watson. She has 46 blocked shots on the season. Blocked it again. She has great timing on her blocks, particularly trying to avoid the body contact. That is so difficult for a post player to avoid that, and she's done brilliantly on 2 straight possessions. Now that was a shovel pass to end all shovel passes. And trying to drive down the middle. They got to hurry, and West, that's not going to get close. And 30-second violation. They did not hit the iron with it. So Delta an opportunity to cut it to 20. And there they go for the bomb pass. And the curl is in there for Grace Watson. She's in double figures with 10, and they do that off the turnover. And the answer shot was not there on in and out. West has not been able to deliver a 3 this afternoon. She almost delivered a steal. And nice dribble penetration on the part of Wilson, and Delta State is on an 8-0 run. And I can see by the expression on Mark Campbell's face, he's not thrilled with what he's seen in this third quarter from his team. And it is West. And again, it will not fall. All right, they go on the inside with it, turn around, the curl will not drop. And it goes back to Delta State. They have a chance for 10 unanswered points, and Union sends in the starting 5 once again. Coming back in is Van Cannon for Delta State. So Lady Bulldogs showing a bit of vulnerability here. They've been outscored 22-18 in the third period. And they get it across with 4 seconds to spare. The 3. Too much on it. And that's going to be, Union has really picked up the fouls in this third period. So Grace Watson will go back to the free throw line. Grace is a 74% shooter from the stripe. And she has had about 4 tonight that she's had friendly bounces on, and you take them any way you can get them. And delivers them both. A 10 unanswered point run on the part of the Lady Statesmen as we are late in the third period. But they're making their run. Lucas tries to take it all the way. Can't get the bank to go. And unfortunately, you had 2 Lady Statesmen grappling for the same rebound, so Union with another opportunity. Union has not scored in more than 3 minutes. Big bomb. No. And once again, the Lady Bulldogs have grown cold. And that goes off of the knee of Hill. And here you go. On the drive, they thought they had a give and go, but they couldn't make it work. For the 3. Nope, air ball. So this has been an uncharacteristic dry spell for Union. And there's you another steal. That's the trademark, but here you go. They're not going to stop her. All the way down the stretch she goes is Daniels, her first basket. It's only a 16-point margin. The Union's going to play it for the final shot. And on the drive, Macy Lee is fouled, but they will not be shooting that one. There's only just a hair less than 6 seconds remaining. I should say a hair fewer than 6 seconds remaining, but we in sports for so many years have said less than when it comes to that total. All right, let's see what kind of play that Mark Campbell draws up for this final possession, as Union has not scored in nearly 4.5 minutes. They got to get rid of it. And Macy Lee draws a foul with 0.6 of a second remaining. That one is charged to Tony, who's in the lineup. And Macy gets it. That ends a 4-minute and 31-second dry spell for the Lady Bulldogs. Gets them both. And that is the end of the third quarter, but it was an impressive run in which it was a 10-0 run on the part of Delta State in holding Union. Frankly, they made a big comeback from 22 down, and it's only 16 now. So we go to the final 10 minutes with Union up 71-55. I can assure you, Tracy Lang teams do not quit, and especially at tournament time. And I am sure that Mark Campbell is having a distinctive discussion now that they've broken up. He's got his team back there on the floor because Union had a lead of 58-31, and Delta State, since that point in time, has gone on a 24-13 run to slice it down to 16 points. And if you think that is still a wide margin, just consider that. They sliced 11 points off that lead in the final 4.5 minutes of the third quarter. And this is tournament time where you got to leave it all on the floor, and you got to know the Lady Statesmen are going to do just that. Let's see how Tracy plays this one. They have to play with a sense of urgency now because you're not going to get that many possessions remaining. And that one just completely went by the boards. They were trying to get a cutter, and the bounce pass went astray from Chezik. But as we mentioned, you can't take 25 to 30 seconds. You got to be getting a shot up within at least 15 to 18 seconds when you're down double digits. And Houston, the over-the-shoulder three, rims out. But another offensive rebound. Union has had its biggest night of the season in offensive boards. And it's Ann Houston again. This time it goes. Second three of the night for Jazzy, and it's back to a 19-point margin. And they managed to split the defenders to get that one across midcourt. And going for the bomb, it's there. Hamilton with a big three, an answer shot. Jazzy thought about coming down between the paint mark and thought better of it. Instead, it's Lucas. No! That was like a Plinko drop that ended on zero rather than $10,000. So Delta with another opportunity to close this gap, and almost a steal, but excellent concentration on the part of Watson. And underneath, the backside, it's Macy Lee. 13 for Macy. Watson with 14 in the game now, and they thought about the three. And that's one of the few times that you'll see Shanique Lucas fooled on a play like that, and Van Cannon is in double figures. 14-point margin now for Delta. And taking it all the way down and not able to deliver is Hampold. Couldn't get it up high enough and get the angle right on the glass. Delta State could close this one to 11 on this possession, and there's plenty of time left. They stay around the perimeter. They're taking 20 seconds on the possession, though. They've got to get in more of a sense of urgency. And the foul on the drive is charged to Brooke Hample. That is her first. All right, there's 3 substitutions coming in for Union, 1 for Delta State. And Daniels comes to the line. Well, Kyria, she's really tied with Watson as their top average scorer on the season. In and out. Oh, my goodness, they needed that one. Didn't figure 75% free throw shooter. You didn't figure she'd miss both of them. But this is as close as it's been since the first quarter for Delta State. Quick release 3. Almost in there, and they scramble, and Delta the rebound once again. I told you Tracy Lang teams are not going to give up. And this possession could close the gap to within 10. And remember, it was a 27-point Union lead. In and out. The iron was unkind, and the rebound coming off. That's a foul. Trying to spirit it away was Chezik. Commits her second. Hill and Anusin are the only 2 in the game that are in any kind of foul trouble, each with 3. Lady Bulldogs got that whopper lead, and they've somewhat just rested on it for a while. Lucas with that classic screen of hers. Now they're going to try to work one-on-one and turn around, and it goes. Excellent arm extension. So it's back to the 5-possession lead for Union. Hey, almost a steal. It is, but it did not stay in range of a Union player. But that's another one. That's another Lucas steal, but can't count it as that because it got right back into Delta's hands, and the shot clock does not revert unless a team gets full control of the ball. So they only have 15, and look at Lucas go after it. And it's charged as an offensive foul. 20th turnover for Delta State. And that was a big one, checking out Shanique Lucas as well as Shiley Morrison. Lucas, the game leader, along with Watson with 14. Macy Lee has 13 for Union. 2 other Delta State players are in double figures. West trying to work one-on-one with a curl, and it doesn't go. And the foul, and that is going to be charged to Union. That's the second team foul on the Lady Bulldogs. For Leah Cauble, that's her second. But the time is ever precious, slipping away from Delta State to make yet another run, because down 15 with 5.5 minutes to go, and this all-court pressure really, it just chips away at the opportunity to get in and be able to get a basket within 15 to 20 seconds. They're down to 10 on the shot clock. They're just using precious time now. And the jumper doesn't go. They get the offensive board. And the three is there. Van Cannon with 14, and she's matched the game leader. It's down to 12. There is still time for this Delta State team to make what would be considered a miracle comeback. They lob it on the inside. Now down to 8 on the shot clock. On the inside, and foul. Desperately trying to avoid that, but Daniels was charged with her first. And we have a media timeout with 4:22 remaining. Union holding on to a 12-point lead. Tracy Lang trying to keep her team energized and that they are still very much in it. Only 12 down with 4:22 to go. They would have to get multiple stops. And they almost have to score every time down with the ball. It is Brooke Hampel at the line. She's made all 3 of hers tonight. Union 9 of 11 from the stripe. And she delivers. Brooke. Now I'm looking at her total. She is not really one of the leading free throw shooters on this team, but she delivers 2 in a clutch situation and reaching in for the foul. That'll be the 3rd team foul on Union here in the half. And Ann Houston and Shanique Lucas are all over the ball. Going for the bomb. Not there. They're in all kinds of trouble in the corner. Going for another bomb. Not there again. In a sense, some desperation threes that just did not fall. And all the way down for the layup is Jazzy Ann Houston. Jazzy with 10. So Union with 4 players in double figures. We're going to try to work a one-on-one against Macy Lee, but didn't get the ball down there quickly enough, and we're under 3.5 minutes as the layup does go through. Watson is the game's leader with 16, trying the answer, and it's short. But another offensive board and the 3. And Lucas had it right on the money. Now she is the game leader with 17. What a night and what a career she has had at Union University. And Lady Bulldogs back to a 17-point margin with a 6-possession lead. You almost feel like that Delta's got to go for a 3 on almost every possession now. There's just not enough time or possessions remaining. And trying to get that one, they'll scramble for it. The alternate possession will go to Union. And checking back in, Leah Cauble. And checking out is Brooke Hampel, 11 points and 3 rebounds tonight. Union's going to take a little more time. They can afford it now. But Jazzy takes it all the way down, high off the glass. 12 for Ann Houston. And racing down the floor and almost losing it. Going for the bomb. It is there for Higginbotham. That is her second three of the game, and we got timeout. 2:21 remaining, Union by 16.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Well, down to the last 141 seconds. And Delta State has had a valiant second half. They could have folded when they were down 27 at 58-31, and they have given Union a strong, strong challenge since that time. Still trailing by 16 and managed to get the game down to 12 at one point. And that doesn't usually happen to a Union team that has the huge margin that they did at halftime and about halfway through the third quarter. And trying to drive the paint and kick it to the outside. Yes, sir! Leah Cauble with 12. That's 5 Lady Bulldogs in double figures. That's her third three of the night, and Union has put through 15 three-pointers. And that probably was the dagger right there. They lob it inside to Watson. They got to hurry. They're down to 8. Union still playing intense defense. Down to 2. And the hook doesn't go. And Union now is at a point. Mark tells them to slow it down. They're going to have to put up at least a shot on this possession. And we're down to the final minute in the quarterfinals of the Gulf South Conference Tournament. Macy Lee, that high spin move, couldn't get it up high enough off the glass. And I dare say Union probably will not put another shot up again for this game. And it's an offensive foul. Well, they're going to have to put up one more shot with the offensive foul. Checking back in is Olivia Lee. So here we go. Lady Bulldogs will have one more shot at the basket. And Mark Campbell has just told them to keep it calm. 16 on the shot clock, and Jazzy is just content to hold it there. Now she takes the drive, has it blocked. So Delta with one more possession in the game. Now I think we can safely say Union will not put another shot up. That bounce pass she was looking for Watson to cut, and it was one of those you better be there bounce passes, and nobody was. And here we go. And the fans are giving them their ovation, as they so often do. This team that was, except for Valdosta State, undefeated at home this year, and the Union Lady Bulldogs will advance to the semifinals against the winner of the 3 and 6 seeded game, and that will be this weekend down in Birmingham. Their final 90-71. But I again say, hats off to Tracy Stewart-Lang's team for a tremendous job of holding it together and making a run, closing the gap down to 12 points when they got down 27. Let's give you the final totals on the scoreboard tonight. For Delta State, 4 players in double figures led by Grace Watson, 6 of 8 from the floor and 9 rebounds, almost a double-double for Grace. 14 points for Van Cannon. She was 5 of 9 from the floor and had 4 3-pointers and 4 rebounds. 10 points each for Chezik, who had 5 of 6 from the free throw line and 5 rebounds, and 10 for Higginbotham, and she had 2 3-pointers herself. For Union, 5 in double figures, but we start at the bottom end with Brooke Hampel, 11 points, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Tremendous all-around job. 12 points each for Jazzy Ann Houston and Leah Cauble. Leah with 3 3-pointers in the game and 3 rebounds. And Jazzy with 4 assists and 6 rebounds to go with her 12 points. 13 for Macy Lee. She had 2 3-pointers and 8 rebounds. Union's leading rebounder was Emma Callis. She had 8 points but added 10 rebounds just off of getting a double-double. And the big gun tonight for Union, Shanique Lucas, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 6 of 10 from the floor, and 5 3-pointers. And she is our Flow Sports player of the game, and deservedly so, although across the board they did a tremendous job. And shooting a little bit below their average. They're 47% average, and they shot 41% from the floor, 32 of 79. Delta State 46%, but they only got 48 shots up in the game, and it's hard to do that against a team that's putting it up nearly 80 times. And the other key factor, Union's rebounding edge, 43-32, that included 23 offensive boards. That you look at all of that, and you just control those backboards, and it makes all the difference in the world. So we wrap up another season of Flow Sports telecast from here at Fred DeLay Gymnasium. It's been my pleasure to be with you during the course of this season, and I wish all of you a very pleasant spring, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of the tournament tonight. Remember, the men's games will be starting shortly here on the Flow Sports app. So look out for your favorite team and click in on it and enjoy it right here on the app. So, until we are with you for the next basketball season in the fall of 2024, this is Steve Beverly saying so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee. And I want to mention all these people: our ever-cool, ever-present director, Christopher Reasons; on camera, Adriana Boland, Billy Boland, Christopher Craigie, and Benjamin Bitterling. And, of course, our executive producer, Paul Schultze. I'm Steve Beverly saying this game has been a presentation of Flow Sports, the Gulf South Conference, and its member institutions. And the final score again, Union 90, Delta State 71. Until we see you again, so long, everybody.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillies, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.